Good morning, chat. It is 7 a.m. Perfect time to do a live stream, huh? We got a lot planned for today. We're gonna start with a Tower of Astral Eclipse grind, though. And you're not gonna believe this, I actually practiced it yesterday. So hopefully, I won't loop fail it for the first, 2 floors for 20 minutes and then rage quit immediately. Which is how it's gone lately. I really hate that clock. It was a glorious, 2 weeks where it wasn't wound and I didn't tell anybody. Come on. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. I'm not going to say the next 2 numbers. Okay, it's done. Alright. Tower of Astral Eclipse. You gotta use 120 to 240 frames. Right, yeah. So my monitor broke. Why does it show that when you look? Is that like the music or something? I never have time to read it. The only thing I can read from that is Attack on Titan. And then a bunch of words I don't know what they mean. But hold on. Let's start by just all jumping up to the red floor, taking the blue route. Because I do intend to take the blue route. Yeah, okay. So for those of you unaware of the story of my monitor breaking, previously I use a relatively large monitor. I mean, I don't know what people use as gaming monitors nowadays, but I use an old TV. I mean, not that old. It's like 10 years old. Or I used, I should say. So, it takes up pretty much my whole field of view, but it's 1080p and 60 hertz. Hold on, this jump is annoying. There we go. Yeah, but then it started doing weird things a month ago, or several months ago, like a weird band of, darker lidded pixels across the top. Then it started doing that on the bottom. There were weird flickering things. It wasn't too noticeable for a while, but then randomly, last week, it just got 10 times worse, unusably worse. So yeah, that was a problem. And then suddenly it wasn't even turning on at all. So I had to get a new monitor, or rather switch to another old TV that's about the same size. Still 1080p and 60 FPS, or 60 hertz. And that is what I'm using now. Though I did, in the process of switching to a new monitor, see, okay, this floor is annoying, and this jump is also annoying. I did, test out 120 hertz and played Roblox on 120 FPS. Not to, actually try grinding a tower, but just very briefly. I was testing the high FPS physics fix in my own game to see if that feature actually does what I think it does, which it seems to. Will this be a video? If I make it far, then it will. Hi. Yeah, okay, so I've decided I'm actually gonna, lock in on trying to beat this tower instead of just complaining about why I hate soul-crushing grinds. We'll see if this is any less rage-inducing, but, I've got a relatively normal, well, okay, I haven't got any crazy honor band or anything for the next like 3 weeks, and then one of those weeks is spring break. So like I should hopefully have time to put like an hour of grinding into this at least each day. So yeah, hopefully I can beat it soon. Okay, before we move on, let me kind of just want to run that whole floor again. Kind of just talking, I'm not really focusing on using proper technique on these jumps or anything. It's getting the job done, but I should actually like focus up here. Okay, so the first bit of the floor is easy, other than that jump, which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna do shift and space there, and then when I got to here on legit runs, like a couple streams ago, I kept getting tripped up by that because I wasn't really sure how, if I had time to climb up to the top and then flick off, but now I can see I do. Then here it's, apparently I did alignment wrong, but you don't actually need to align yourself. It says to, and I guess that helps, but it really isn't that necessary as long as you just jump back to the truss each time. Okay, and then this part is weird. Okay, hold on. I don't know why I went into no clip. Nah. There we go. They added the little neon spots there to help you know where to stand. But still, you gotta like stand right in the middle because those things are wider than you think and the gap between them is smaller than you think. Let's see. Where if you get to the choosing part, you know you should do yellow. Here was my, well, actually, hold on. Let me not go off on a rant. I need to, I'll answer that question in a minute. Let me just continue figuring out my strategies for this. So for this, I just gotta climb right up to the top, and then, yeah, that, I don't like that jump. That's gonna be annoying. How much time do I really have on that truss? Okay, so I have like pretty much enough time to set up the flick and then go, but not like move. So like what I'm gonna have to do is run right to the edge of the fading platform, climb to the top of the truss, or when I jump to the truss, I gotta aim for the middle right, because see, I can't really move over to the right. I don't have enough time for that, at least to be able to flick off consistently. So I'm gonna have to, no, maybe I do. But ideally, I aim for the middle right, or middle close, as close to the right as I can. Okay, and then this part's easy. That button is easy. Yeah, so after that weird fading truss thing, it's actually pretty free for the rest of the floor. All right. So my reasoning for choosing blue is like a year ago when I first set out to grind this. I was looking for more of a skill boost as opposed to nerve control boost. For those of you unaware, this is harder but netted. This is easier but unnetted pretty much the whole time. As Tower of the Planets is effectively the get good nerve control and well, endurance, yes, but the yellow isn't really endurance or anything. If anything, it's less endurance to do yellow because your run's just gonna be shorter going that way because you won't have any loop failing, which I 100% will going on the blue floor, but, well, oh well. Okay, so, talking strategy again. First couple jumps are relatively easy, and then going in that lodge is pretty easy if you just line it up right. That jump's kind of annoying. Let me run that again. So if I just enter shift lock once I jump out, it's fine. And then this is probably the hardest jump of the entire tower. It's netted at least, but the timing, like it's way wider of a wrap than it looks, and you have to time it much more precisely. And then I've found it best, or I found it most effective to face back towards it to go in a climbing animation. Actually having more success at this than when I first was practicing that like a year ago. Okay, and then there's some pretty tricky wraps on these couple floors also, and that being one of them. Right, and then you want to go on this side and then jump around because this side is blocked by that. Alright, then this, there were a couple strategies I tried, but I found the best one to be like that. Another one is you can, if you have good timing, go like that, and then that flick is slightly easier than this one, but only slightly, and I feel like the difficulty of timing that isn't worth it. Next up, there is this really weird skip where you, like, fling off of here and then land, like, down there. So it's like you do one floor of the blue one and then skip to, like, there. So is it really a skip? All that really is just doing the yellow path, but instead of doing the first floor of the yellow path, you do the first floor of the blue path. So really that just gives you a harder but netted first floor of the yellow. So is that really a skip? It might be faster, but I'm really not concerned about speed. Read chat. Has he tried TOAAA before? No. I've not done Tower of AAA batteries. Okay. This looks hard, but it's not. If you just hold W and A and then turn your camera, it's pretty easy. Oh yeah, there was a sign back on the choose the thing. I don't think this counts as a floor. Does it? If the final outside counts as a floor, then it's not, but I think that does count as a floor, and then the final outside is, well, we don't want it to be a citadel, so it's a floor extension outside truss. That's what majority of modern towers say for probably half their gameplay, let's be honest. There's that one community post CRP made, making fun of that. Okay, hold on. Go back to practicing this, or like thinking about my strategy instead of just sort of autopilot all jumping it, you know? Okay, so that's easy. And then this, I think I did fail that a moment ago because I wasn't really paying attention. But if I just stick close to the wall, it's easy, it's fine. Okay, and then that wrap is fine. That's just a long jump. I think you could end up hitting that and then getting, like, it doesn't fling you very far, but you do fall down to here. If you, like, barely land that and then you, like, sink into here a bit, I think your foot can hit that. Such that if the launcher wasn't there, you would make it. But that really only makes this slightly more difficult. And if you do it with the proper technique, it's fine. Still, this wrap is not to be underestimated. So, there. Okay. That's easy. This lodge is a bit weird. But just hold W and A. Right, okay. This is another one of them real tricky wraps. Yeah, okay. If you can avoid hitting any wall, then it's easy. Like, you have plenty of time to make it to the next platform. I'm gonna first person it. I think that'll be better. Let's see if there's a way I can, like, figure out the angle. If I, like, put just my foot on the very edge of that, does that make it any better? We're trying different strategies here. Or maybe get a running start, probably not. Okay, have a really stupid idea that might just work. So you see this edge of the screen over here? What if I, like, put tape there on my monitor and then, like, stand right on the corner of this and then line up my camera such that when this gap between the two parts lines up with the tape, I know going straight, like strafing directly to the right with D will get me through the gap. If such a angle even exists, like, is a straight line through here possible? given the width, or I guess this direction of my character. Well, now we're a bit overcrowded here. Also, that sounds like a lot of work, because I'd have to, like, go get some tape and then, like, actually figure it out. And I'd want to do a good job at it, because... you know. Even though this is netted, if I fall, it's probably curtains, because, you know, loop failing and all. Plus, that really doesn't seem like the best strat. And it seems kind of cheaty. Like, okay, if I just practice this jump for a few minutes, we'll be good. Yeah. Though I would like to sort of get an idea of how I want to line it up. So let me try getting on the edge and then putting my face like 45 degrees into this corner. Okay, that could have been good. I just went too far around the thing. Okay, maybe a little bit less than 45 degrees, like closer to here. Yeah, see, this is good. That was not, because I hit the wall. There we go. Okay, I think I could have landed at that time if I pressed D. Still, for the purpose of practice, if like I hit the wall but then still barely make it, that is, still didn't properly do the correct technique, even though it did work. Ooh, yeah, then this wrap isn't to be underestimated either. But if you just stick as close to the wall as you can, while making sure not to be so close you get truss physics, or cylinder physics, you'll be okay. Okay, then the next bit is a bit easier. You hit that button, and then you have to ledge grab into a conveyor lodge again. This floor is timed. Difficulty has been reduced to compensate. I believe my PB in-game is on this floor at, like, I'll point it out. I don't remember where. I have a guess, though, and I'll point it out when we get there. Because if you run out of time, you get, I think, teleported back to the start of the blue section, or maybe back to the choose a button, and then it lets you actually choose a different path if you want. But, well, you can probably guess what happened next on my current PB run, which is I loop failed and then rage quit. Or maybe just rage quit immediately. I don't know. Right. That jump, or that block right there is hard to see, so make sure you remember that's there. Then I'm going to run that jump again because it's a bit weird. Yeah, you want to, like, get between those two parts as soon as possible. Okay. I'm not going to first person that. I don't like that. Yeah, don't underestimate this wrap either. Although it's easier than the other ones that I said that for. I think it was this jump that my PB is on, because this is annoying, to say the least. Yeah. That was weird. It, like, slid me. Hopefully that doesn't happen in a way that makes me fall. Okay, so wrap there. And then after the weird vine swing spinning launch thing, it's pretty easy. Unless you walk straight off the platform for no reason. That looks like it would be tricky, but it's not. Okay. That red button is you completed the floor. And then you hit the teleporter. And then that takes you to here. That's where I'm going to stop practicing for now. If I make it to here, I'd be fine loop failing for a while and then rage quitting. So probably my goal for the the real runs we're about to do is get past all the green floors, which you'd think would be easy, but from this guy, you never know. We'll see though. Ideally, we make it all the way to the red floors, but we'll see. Anyone who prefers blue is rage baiting. But you know, if people complain about it in the comments, then that gives me engagement, which is the definition of rage baiting. Or the original definition, anyway. Alright, so there we go. Let's go to the real game, I guess. After I first go wash my hands in warm water because my hands are freezing, and that's not going to make this any easier. Alright, I'm back. Okay. I know you guys aren't seeing anything. I'm loading into the game now. So you can find it. There it is. EToH. Your local rage game. While it loads, I'll check some Discord pings. You should totally join VC because yes. It's not a bad idea, actually. But it's the Cursed Blue app. Of course it's a bad idea. I could open it in the main server. Where are we going? Zone 8. Which would maybe be a bit tamer. Yes, blue is easy peasy. Y'all just some babies. I just don't like soul crushing grinds because you're about to see how that pretty much goes, which is loop fail for 20 minutes and then rage quit. But I'm going to try my darndest to not have that happen right now. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. So what I think strategy number 1 is not go on other tangents, like actually focus on the tower itself. Instead of yapping about whatever. Oh, I'm locked in. You have no idea. Okay, so go around that, jump up here, then go in there. Okay, that was close. It's okay. Okay, I got funny trust. Okay, now we can take a yap break. I can load EToH just fine on my 7-year-old phone. let's talk about FPS, because people were saying play this on higher FPS. Might I remind you, I cannot, because my monitor is only 60 hertz. But you can change this in the Roblox menu. And I did want to test. It does change what it says up there. And then the reason people like high FPS is, from what I've heard, it basically like gives you more frames that you can jump on. Well, for long jumps specifically. I think that's like the #1 thing that's made easier by high FPS. Hold on. Gotta do this jump. That's annoying. There we go. Because it basically gives you more frames to jump off of. Like, as you're walking to the edge of the platform you're jumping off of, if you have a higher FPS, you'll have more frames that you're on the platform. But then the high FPS physics fix, or like, are you kidding me? Having higher FPS also changes some other physics things in ways people don't want. Well, I don't know if that long jump thing counts as a physics thing, but there's a setting in the menu called high FPS physics fix, and people kept asking for me to add that in my game, so I did. So, like, I don't know if the long jump thing counts as a physics thing, but what high FPS physics fix does is it will revert the physics, which I don't know if that includes the long jumps or what people play on high FPS for. It reverts the physics to behave like you're on 60 FPS, even though you're actually on higher FPS. Now, another thing I don't know is if I change my FPS here, and it says it there, I'm still viewing it at 60 FPS, and you guys are still seeing the stream at 60 FPS because that's what I'm streaming at. So, like, would that improve anything, or what? I don't know. It's probably some more testing, some weird examples. Right. The when I tested on a higher hertz monitor, what I tested was like going into a truss and then pressing W and oh my gosh. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. What I tested was walking into a truss and then holding W in space, which on 60 FPS you just like bounce up it slowly, but on high FPS it like bounces you erratically and unpredictably. Kind of like that, I guess. So like maybe that jump is one of the things people would want high FPS physics for. The one I just failed for like the 8th time. See, now are you starting? I could be on like the floor 5 by now if I didn't keep loop failing. And now are you starting to see why I don't like soul crushing grinds? Because it's just this. Okay, anyway, that jump. See how I relatively predictably bounce off it? That might be a sort of thing that on high FPS is erratic and unpredictable. And hence people want high FPS physics fix. Because that would revert that to behave like it behaves for me, even though people are actually on higher FPS. Now, hold on. People might be explaining this in the chat, and I'm not reading it. Hold on. High FPS physics fix is only disallowed for the top 100 list. Bro, just do a controlled fling that hits all the checkpoints in the win pad. Of course! Why didn't I think of that? Wouldn't all task speedruns technically be that then? Control flinging? Well, does that count as a glitch? I don't know. Actually, I don't think it would, actually. Okay, I need to pay attention again. And not be stupid. But, like, if I'm not talking, it's like the boringest stream ever. but just take it slow. Because even when I'm not streaming, it goes exactly like this. Because I guess I just keep rushing. I don't know. Listen to the clock. That's at least something. Oh, well, that was that. Really, dude? Now are you starting to see why I don't like soul-crushing grinds? At least Tower of the Planets, like, you know, the fails are much worse. But, like, at least I can play the video games. Nope. Guess I don't need to be resetting every time. See, we haven't even made it to floor 3, and it's been like a good 10 minutes at this point. That didn't feel good. No. Okay. You're doing the jumps wrong. Really? Really? This guy has to be clip farming. I'd like to say I am, but do people want to watch me just rage on floor 1 for 10 minutes? This is not even good raging. I'm just complaining the whole time because, like, are you seeing this? Like, come on. Huh? Thank you. See, that just flung me back like 3 times more what it normally does. Only restart if you actually die. Fine. See, I should be able to consistently complete the first 3 floors in 2 minutes. And then this grind would take 1/10 the time it would otherwise. For any soul-crushing tower. Like, I check my stats when I complete, like, an insane, in the previous insanes I've done. Like, probably all but, like, 30 of those were fails on floors 1 through 3, doing exactly this. And this is why I'm so nervous when I get to, like, floor 5, because I know that I just spent 30 minutes of loop failing the first 2 floors to get there. No, 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 no. Bad. Now, please let me jump off normally. No, okay. I have failed that 5 times in a row now. Hold W plus D and then do a little flick near the end of truss of 2 inside. It's the thing I keep failing. I'm not gonna get to the top though. Do you mean just like flick off it without jumping? I mean, hey, what's the worst that happens? I fail again? Sure, I'll try it. Thank you for the tickets. Just turn your camera left. Do you mean right? No, maybe you do mean left. Okay, we'll try that. Add me? Wait, Nolicity is here? Uh-oh, that's not good. Wait, I don't even see him. Can you gift, like, from another server? Is he, like, spamming me on Discord? He might be. No. Oh, he sent me a DM. Let's see. Started a call. Do I join the call with Nolicity? He's probably just gonna roast me. And then the stream might not be the most family-friendly thing. Okay, I will join the VC on one condition. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. He says I will be family-friendly. All right, we're VCing Nolicity. Okay, hold on. Let me figure out my settings first. Give me a second. You might be watching the stream. You probably are. Okay, I need to set desktop audio on OBS and then have it not be muted. Okay, joining now. Yellow.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, hold on. Can you say something so I can balance the audio?
Hello.
Test.
Test,
I
test.
think I need to make my mic louder. Test. Can you say something?
Test.
Okay, one more time.
Test.
Okay, I think that's about equal. Stream viewers, let me know. Okay. I'm on this truss now.
Add me so I can join the server.
Well, look at that. That was so much easier, even though I literally just did not what you said. Okay, but I see what you just did. Okay, so flick off of there. Okay. Are you in my server, or...?
No, you can gift tickets. Second,
okay, hold on.
I'm trying to get you to add me.
There we go. Okay.
Bro.
I added you to my connections.
Yay! Talk about that.
Now that I passed that stupid trust jump, I can actually play the game. Okay. You take over the commentary.
Roro Studios. What is your hardest tower?
Thinning layers.
Any layers? Okay, so this is a new hardest.
Indeed.
Let me help you. I'm gonna join up. I've actually never beaten this tower and been too bored to beat this tower. But I reckon probably I don't know. We're gonna run it up together forever. Who's the guy saying Nolicity of Roro Studios yow? That is outrageous.
In where? Like stream chat?
In the chat, yeah. Why is this staircase so steep? Oh my goodness.
Okay, I did the annoying jump of floor 3. Now there's like just 20 more like that. Oh, that was close. Okay.
So chat, donate this guy $5 if you want him to beat the tower. That's the only way it's gonna happen. I'm just saying.
Okay. Just go for it. There we go.
Oh, you're there. Oh, lock in. Wait. I'm coming. Hello. Can you see me?
Yes, I see you. Hello.
Hello. I'm gonna hit the Jersey baby. Hit the Jersey baby. Okay. Do you know what to do? I reckon you know it.
Yeah. Just
I'm gonna
gotta
follow
aim
you.
right for the middle.
Yes.
What?
Okay, I don't think you knew what to do, chat.
Ugh. Now he's
They're frail, my boy.
Okay, so
Who
what I
spoke
think just
ancient
happened is I got caught by the cylinder physics thing, so I basically got pushed by the cylinder even though it's flush with the wall because I jumped slightly too early.
Low key, I think that's entirely their fault. Because I didn't hear what you said, but I like to support real gangsters such as yourself. My mic loud enough?
I think so.
Yay!
Test, test, yeah.
You can't even. Oh wait, are you still like unmonetized or?
I did get remonetized, so no.
Ah, okay. You can re-enable donations.
Did they get disabled?
Yeah, they're disabled.
Oh, let me turn those on. I'm missing out
kinda
on a
need them.
fortune here of like $4.
A potential fortune of $4.37 is in the palm of your hands.
Hold on, let me figure out how to turn that on. Supers, I think. Yeah, super chat. Let's do that. If I enable super stickers, does that... Super thanks.
Super stickers doesn't matter. It does not matter at all.
I'll just have it on anyway. Okay. There. If you want to give me some money, then you can.
Alright, let me just donate you $5,000.
I'd appreciate $5,000. Maybe I could buy a gaming monitor with that.
And I got the strats. Okay.
The
Are
main
there any
reason I
parts here you're
don't
confused on?
have like a better monitor is because do I really need that? I mean, for what I do on my computer, what I have is perfectly sufficient.
What is your monitor right now? Like what hertz?
60.
And 60. Oh, you could get a better monitor, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, something that's like 120 or 144. Doesn't even have to be like 1080p or anything. It can just. It plays so much better, bro, I swear.
True, but if I'm recording, I do want it to be higher quality for the video.
You can just like set it back down to 60. Someone just beat G Marler. Right. Yeah, is he locked in? Is he locked in?
No.
Oh. He says as he does the jump flawlessly. I think he's lying to himself.
Wow, doing the strat people told me on that is significantly easier. Who would have guessed?
You can also do that one on an angle. Like you can just, and then just like hold D and jump.
Yeah, I did that like a couple attempts ago. Or a couple dozen attempts ago, more accurately.
Did it work?
Yes, but not comfortably. Like, I feel like it was luck.
You should low-key practice that, because after a while, it gets really consistent. Oh my god, I just... You know what? I'm going to turn VM off. I'm going to do this legit.
Okay.
Yeah, you got 50 minutes, bro. Oh. Are you good?
No. I spent
Sounds
5
like someone
minutes
just
loop failing
dissects
floors.
their cat, bro.
Spent 5 minutes loop failing those floors just to miss the easiest jump ever.
Free up, my boy.
Oh, hey, a super chat. The
Oh,
POMTR,
no.
Pit of Misery Tower Rush guy here. Also in game, is it okay to add? I don't know. How much is in OK 20?
That's like $2.
Okay, Norwegian krone, and 20 of those is $2.10 USD.
See, I was about right.
You know what? We'll allow pay to win, and also I'll heart that. Yes, I'll add you.
So all you had to do was donate to get added. Okay, I should have thought of that. That would have been much more efficient. Guys, if you donate $5 million, you might get a friend request. Yo, sneaky as Steve. I did donate tickets. I think he should friend me right now.
I already did friend you, I think.
That's the joke, Roro Studios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is this the person? Oh, okay, yes, accept. You know what I just realized? Roblox, despite changing just about every UI you could possibly imagine, the friend request thing in the bottom right and badge 2, the little notifications that show up down there, those have not been updated in like 15 years. Maybe not that long, but probably like 10.
That's crazy.
Which means it's
low-key crazy.
Probably the next to go now that I just said that.
Yeah, I was gonna say stop talking. Don't give Roblox any more ideas. They've had enough.
Yeah.
Their innovation time's over.
Oh, I found another. Yesterday I found yet another YouTube UI update. The send or the post comment button in the app is now bright red, which is, I would actually say that's improvement over the mostly black and gray and white and a little bit of blue that seems to be the norm for big company websites in the big 26.
Wait, what happened? I forgot what you said.
Me too. No, when you write a comment, at least in the YouTube app on phone, I don't know about other platforms yet. Also, I failed an easy jump. That's lovely. The arrow button to post the comment is now like bright red instead of like, I think it was white or blue before.
Oh yeah, that. Oh, that's a good change. I like that change. Good change is 3, bad change is 197.
Yeah.
But at least we're getting somewhere.
He's going to be after hours. Let me read chat. I haven't done that in a while. Roro's not actually playing it. He's just playing a loop recording of him loop failing green. See, like, that... Yeah.
Green FN.
Pre-recorded stream. Pre-recorded stream.
It's not pre-recorded.
No, this could, for all you know, be a pre-recording of me loop failing this, and then I'm commentating live. The stream would be exactly the same. Just to prove my point.
He paid people to comment things at very specific times.
Oh, yeah.
And it worked. Everyone's worked so far. Everyone's done their job. Congratulations, employees. I mean, 3 people haven't donated, but that's just me guessing because this is pre-recorded. Where's he up to, bro? He's up to here. Yeah, this might genuinely be the worst tower of all time. Okay, lock in. He's got this. He's cooking. He does the wraparound with ease.
I keep almost missing that or actually missing that. Okay, hold on. Do the strat people told me. There we go. Okay. Now it's time to lock in.
Can you hear my keyboard?
Yes.
Crap. None of the noise suppression I use works properly. Okay, you can. Okay, that's cooked.
By the way, I do know that you can jump the other way, like against the spinning on there. I don't really like to do that though. Although maybe I should, because I've failed that a couple times now. Okay, hold on. It's don't have a skill issue time. Like, stop talking and lock in levels of don't have a skill issue.
Fake nolicity at chat. What with the ship? Your chat. The
Hi chat, when Among Us stream. I still need to make an Among Us account, you know?
Somebody.
Okay.
Did somebody say Among Us stream?
Yes. Okay, I almost just got weird physics RNG'd off that truss.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion you found something.
I actually didn't.
He's the goat. My boy knows what's up.
Go, 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 go. Okay, new PB for the stream after like 30 minutes. Okay.
Where's this boy at? He's here.
Okay, this is the last hard bit before safety nets. Nice.
Oh my god.
Okay, now just don't fail the easy stuff after it. Probably shouldn't have first person that. It's okay though. Okay, one more wrap. I lagged. Okay. I made it at least.
Fine.
Okay. So we're doing blue.
Kaloi is my favorite builder. I love how loot faily this tower is.
Stream PV being green is crazy. Yeah, that's true. Ooh, you know, I just had an idea. Should I put featuring Nolicity in the stream title, and then maybe more people will click it?
Nolicity in chat. Yeah, guys, I'm here, guys. Hello. Hi, chat. It's me, Nolicity.
Are you on a legit run right now?
No, hell no. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? I don't know the rules.
I'd prefer not, but it's okay.
Okay. Ah, shucks.
Better.
I don't know if that was better, but at least it was family friendly. Oh my goodness.
Okay, right. This is like, if green was bad loot failing, this is even worse.
Chloe, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were
He's
in
in the
Chloe.
chat. Okay, this is too.
He's in
This
the
is too
chat.
perfect.
I'm sorry. Yo, I didn't say anything of any nature towards Kaloi or his towers. Kaloi is my favorite builder. Really appreciate.
Why did I do that in first person? I need to stop inventing new strats on the fly. Because, well, no, that was the strat I did. I just did it wrong.
I'm so locked in. Ah.
Let me read chat. Blue route is just TOFM gameplay. Well, I don't even know what TOFM is, so I guess it's tower frequency modulation.
Tower of... Wait, what is it? Wait, no way. Fractured memories. I'm silly. I
Okay,
genuinely
people
just
use
forgot the
acronyms so
name.
much. I wonder if they actually know what they stand for when they use them.
Yeah, I don't think some people do. I think some people just see the acronym and they just go with it. Like they look at the tower portal and it's just gibberish. Nobody
Yeah, I feel
understands
like that's
English
more
anymore.
likely than this many people knowing 400 plus acronyms.
Yeah, I think everyone's lying. Like, look, I'm kind of cooking at this part.
I am not. I'm loop failing the second jump
Second jump.
because I keep lagging and getting flat-sided. Okay, let me check a few things. My CPU percent is not like a million like it is when I forget to put same as stream in OBS, which basically means I'm recording and streaming at different things, so it uses more processing power. So it's not that.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not the monitor's fault, because if it is, then that means I have to go find a new monitor. And then it's a
I'm not gonna
huge
lie, it
inconvenience
is
to change it.
It is a lot easier to play on 144. Yo, you good?
Failed the exact same jump in the exact same way.
Let me check. You're down there. Hi, I'm up here. I'm above you. I'm way above you.
See, like, I'm lagging
Do you
and I
see
keep
it?
getting flat-sided. I think it's the lag, guys. It's not me.
Have you tried changing your FPS to like 144 in the menu? Is that a thing you can do?
I can change it, but because my monitor is only 60 hertz, it doesn't visually change anything. It does change what it says up in the top left, and it does seem to change some physics things. I'll have to properly test it later, though.
Yeah, you could just try, like maybe try it now, and like since this is TUAE, you can just turn on. You can turn on what's they called, high FPS trust fix. No one's gonna care. No one's gonna care. No one cared when I did it on TOIM.
Well, I have this whole philosophy about high FPS, but I don't know. It seems kind of unfair that you'd need a good monitor to play hard towers, so I feel like, and also I only have 60 hertz. So, but if anyone can just change it here, and then even though they don't see the change, they still get the effects of it, then I would
Yeah, you should do that.
be a bit more lenient towards that.
I think that's how it works anyway. I have no idea, but I think it is. I'll test it later because I can change my monitor's frame back to 60. But I don't know. I'm kind of yapping right now, guys.
I'm doing so bad. Okay. I need to take a break here and read chat. Or switch to 240 FPS trust. If he went for yellow, he'd have beaten the tower by now. No, I'd have failed like the first jump, and then I'd be loop failing green again.
Ah! Oh wait, yellow sends you back to green. I thought it just genuinely killed you.
It
oh
does,
wait, no,
which means you go back to green.
Yeah, genius IQ plays right here, chat. Genuinely top 5 smartest people. IQ too high. 13 smartest people on planet Earth.
Oh, okay. Almost did that wrong.
I went the wrong way. I'm down here. Look at me.
Ah,
Go,
you fell.
go, go. Oh, you got
Wait,
this.
you're not even legit.
You
Never
got
mind.
this. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this.
Go, 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 go. Oh my gosh, I did it.
He's gone.
Finally.
He's
Okay.
gone. Oh my god. He's doing the lodge. No. That's my goat. I'm gonna stop.
Okay, hold on. This is like actually lock in. Okay, I didn't actually lock in. Awesome. Well, PB for the stream at least.
Oh, Pi Jupiter joined. Oh, yucky. I would have told him that you're streaming in Roblox chat, but I can't do that, so I'm going to tell him on Discord.
At this point, if you reach 30 minutes on the timer, just go yellow. I don't think I can even change it at this point, unless I like go out there and then jump down and do the weird skip that's not really a skip, if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't think you can change it.
I think the only way is either what I just described or get to the timed floor and then run out of time, and then it sends you back to the place where you choose which one you're going to do.
Oh, there's like music that sync to it because, you know, it's a Kaloi tower. And since Kaloi's amazing and beautiful, there's music that syncs up for no reason.
I think I keep wrapping
Yeah,
too
we
far
good.
around that stupid thing. Maybe I should try the weird strat that involves going on the other side.
Bro, Kaloi the type of guy to live in Perth. Like, oh my goodness. Oh wait, Pie's here for his own stream. Okay. Nerd.
There we go. Okay. I'm getting more consistent at this slowly. I seem to remember when I was grinding this a while ago, this trust thing was a lot more difficult. But either they nerfed it or I'm just that good.
I think you're just that good.
Obviously. I just got that much better from not playing this.
Sometimes taking a break is everything you need.
That is true. Hold on. Look ahead here. I go over there. So I gotta remember my training. Oh, okay, that was close. Almost got flat-sided. Not sure what happened there. I guess that's also an well. Flat side is where you try to jump off a ledge and then it just like doesn't let you, right?
Yeah, something like that, I think. Maybe? I don't know. Is it? It's on my desk. I eviscerated it.
Right, hold on, I'm on the really hard wrap. Oh my gosh, I did it. Let's go. I did the next wrap too. Okay. This could be
My
it.
boy is locked in.
Okay. Nice, nice. It's like one more. Oh, in the practice place, this thing is still a ledge grab. Like an actual ledge. Okay, nice. I'm on the time floor now. Okay. It's lock-in time again. Kind of regretting not practicing like a full run of this section right now, but oh well. It's a bit too late to do anything about that.
Silly, silly man.
Ugh, okay. I'm having a very specific problem of the lighting is like flipped. So now I'm struggling to figure out where to go. Although I'm doing okay.
Wait, what?
From what it is in the practice place. It's I didn't see that. Okay, hold on. Wait, I can't just rage. I have to try again because I'm on a very tight schedule.
Just rage, bro. It's hilarious. I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm reaching the red floor with this one. But honestly, I'm happy with this progress for this stream. Much better than loop failing pain.
How is your favorite area Ring 3?
It's not for the tower selection. It's for the lobby theming. You're not the first one to say or maybe. Okay, wait. You're distracting
me. The lobby theming being a bunch of rocks, and that's it. You know what my favorite area is? Steel Spire Horizon. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, we're not we're not reaching the red floor with this one.
Just lock in, beautiful. Yo, who said that?
I don't think I even have enough time at this point, unless I do like a world record speed. Yeah. Okay. Well, it was a fun run.
You have enough time, bro. My boy Ink just
And
asked
I
what
keep
your
getting
PB is.
flat-sided, and I'm getting like 50 FPS.
Dude, I'm yawning, but I'm yawning quietly. It is 1 a.m., bro. I have to sleep.
Well, that's that. So close and yet so far. But as much as I want to move on to the next thing, 75 concurrent viewers has me convinced otherwise. So, okay, yeah, so it does reset it, so I can technically do the other, like I can change it to yellow at this point. But I'm still going to do blue.
Alright, I'm gonna go, guys. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Roro.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Let me change a couple settings on the recording. Okay. Well, it's just me again. I will definitely include this Nullicity cameo in the video when I eventually beat this tower. But yeah, honestly, I'm happy with the progress I made. Ideally, I would have made it to the red floor, but I'm happy having at least made it to the timed floor. I think I said the goal was make it to the blue floor, which I did, and then some, so. The conditions I perform best under at this game are like when I reach my PB that's like early in the grind and it's like on floor 4 or something, and then it's just keep playing. There's no pressure because you already met your goal. So unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna happen until I get to floor 5, if I get to floor 5 today. Although my goal was, like I said, reach blue. You know, I think this is the highest number of concurrent viewers I've ever had on a stream. 78. So, thanks everyone. Now, I of course I got flat-sided. Of course, I started the stream. Check chat. Which chat? Guys, real EToH. Trust me, very real, 100% not clickbait. You can skip to floor 5 yellow from floor 5 blue, but if you jump down to the frame in the outside. Yes, that's the weird skip where you, like, fling off of this and then land, like, down there. But if you ask me, that's not even a skip because all it does is it's the yellow path, but the first floor of the yellow path is actually the first floor of the blue path. So, like, you do the same number of floors. The only way it's really a skip is if first floor of blue is faster than the first floor of yellow, and if the second 2 floors of blue are slower than the second 2 floors of yellow. Such that only in the combination of first floor blue, 2 floors of yellow, is faster than blue or yellow individually, is it actually a time save? Which it might be, I don't know. But I'm not speedrunning this anyway. So, for my purposes, it is not a skip. Okay, didn't get flat-sided. Now can I do the wrap properly? Okay. Okay, how many times am I gonna... Why am I missing that of all things? Like, seriously. I hate it when Roro clip farms. Yeah, me too. Okay, so some of you might be wondering why I started the stream absurdly early at 7 in the morning. Well, I was going to do some EToH development in this stream. Although, that usually gets fewer viewers than does, like, what I'm doing right now. And I'm at 84 concurrent viewers, which is a record high. So, kinda would rather keep playing this for the moment. But, at 10 a.m. my time, which is in 1 hour and 49 minutes, I scheduled this, like, one-on-one programming lesson thing with a YouTuber named Portal Runner. I fell. That's awesome. And I can't even save it. Okay. Not that I really need it, but I thought it could be fun. And he's, like, sort of testing this concept. So I scheduled one for 10 a.m. and thought about doing it in the stream, but I asked him if he'd be okay with that, and he said he'd rather it be, like, offline, because he's just, like, testing it for now. So, for that reason, I will end the stream by 10 a.m. my time, so that I can do that. He did, however, say I can record it, and then he might let me use that recording in the devlog video that I would post. Yeah. Because what I'm going to work on, and what I would have streamed if this were, if he'd have said I could stream it, it's the V6 area template. Basically, what took Ring 6 and Ring 5 revamp so long was tediously copying a whole bunch of code and then making micro adjustments for, like, area specific things. That is extremely annoying and terrible. And also, a lot of the code I did write is just kind of a mess. It's definitely not the worst thing ever written, and it gets the job done, but the problem is, well, number one problem is that we have area specific things in the major scripts, such as teleport script and WinPad script. So for example, the script that handles the stuff that happens when you win a tower, like teleporting you to the win room and giving you the badge, has, for instance, a table of the badge IDs for that area. Which means I can't just copy-paste the entirety of WinPad script. I have to make a bunch of micro adjustments. And that one's relatively easy, but there are a bunch of other tiny ones, especially in Tower Rush script, that are area-specific. And that I don't like, because that's what makes adding new areas extremely annoying. So, with the release of the EToH V6 kit, I'm making a V6 area template that will have a revamped version of all these scripts and also work with the V6 kit rather than the V5.5 kit. And then we'll also have those area-specific things in separate scripts where it's super easy to change it to be for the area you need. For example, WinPad script, instead of having the table of the badge IDs in that script, it will be in a separate module script that is solely dedicated to the badge IDs. Another one in WinPad script is there's a table of what color the win message should be, which probably also needs improvement now that I think about it, because we don't need to define that specifically. We can just look in EToH tower info, which tells you the difficulty. It's a big module with, like, each tower's name and difficulty and such. So you can just read the difficulty off there and then convert that into the color we want it to be. So like we say, if it's extreme, make it be this RGB value. I keep loop failing. We're at 67 concurrent viewers, though. Okay, so people, I think, are getting bored of watching me loop fail this. So that has me thinking, should I go do cows or something? Or maybe Tower of the Planets? No, definitely not Tower of the Planets, because, like I said, I gotta be done by 10, preferably closer to like 9:30 or 9:45. Which is 1 hour plus like 20-ish minutes. And the last thing I want is to be far into Cows or Tower of the Planets and then have to just like quit the run like that or like rush it and then fail because of that. So tell you what, one more decent run at this and then I rage quit. Okay, time to rage quit. Yeah, so failed on the time floor again, but I think that's still good progress for the stream. And might try again later or tomorrow. Might stream tomorrow again, although I say I'm going to stream tomorrow a lot and then I don't. What if you squared the square? Yeah. What are you guys saying? Blue is terrifying. Blue doesn't even look that scary. So, I mean, we could go do SMCOH development, but like I said, we'll probably lose a lot of stream viewers. So, what if we just do, like, tower cleanup? Which basically means go do a bunch of towers that I haven't done. So, let's browse my options. Tower completions. Purgatorio, I've done 1 tower in, which was in the if I fall or if I take damage, I spin the wheel extreme punishment edition. So the second video of that, I played that tower. But like, I don't want to play these because these easy like introductory towers, they're just like, It just feels like I'm playing static for 10 minutes. But they're probably good for new players, you know. Okay. And I want to 100% ring 1, but I do not feel like doing another insane right now. We could do some Forgotten Ridge things. Those are on the shorter side. Yeah, let's go there. So here's what I'm going to do. Oh, hey. Canadian $2. Thanks for the donation. XNDUIW official. Let me heart that. How much is that in USD? Whoa. Are you wasting my time 247? Because I just got a Windows notification saying I got a connection request. Oh wait, I didn't read it. CBE Simon is 23 years old now. Oh, today's my half birthday. I forgot to mention that. I don't know where I was going to go with that. What if Garden of Ishul was Ishul of Garden? Those are the real questions they're asking. Also make a private server. Oh yeah, I forgot. Pixel the Baller so kindly gave me that pass. Okay, yeah, hold on. So we're going to Forgotten Ridge. So let me go. Hold on. One thing at a time. What is 2 Canadian dollars to USD? That is $1.47. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Next, change the stream like title and description. Please tell me I have it written. I do. Okay, we're not going to change it to tower cleanup because then I'd have to make a thumbnail for that. Although, wait, hold on. What is the thumbnail? I was just going to make it say playing viewer suggested towers live, even though that's not exactly what I'm... We could do viewer suggested towers. But no, wait. Where do I have that saved? I have to go on a treasure hunt on my files. It's probably in 2025 videos in that folder. Yeah, okay. The thumbnail I used for that, it shows Tower of Slipping and Sliding with an arrow pointing to it saying Y, and it also says Tower of Slipping and Sliding. That could be applied for the same thing. So like hold on. Close this. Go stream settings. Yeah. Okay, so that works. That does mean I have to type a new description though, but it's okay. Okay. So let me change the thumbnail to go find the file again. It's in this folder, in this folder, in this folder, in this folder, in this folder. There we go. Tower of Slipping and Sliding.png. Okay. Live, let's call it live EToH tower cleanup. Roblox EToH. There, that's the title. Now we type a description. Today I'll be doing a tower cleanup, which means I go back and beat a bunch of easier towers that I have not yet completed. Thanks for watching. I can't think of anything else to add right now. Okay, let me click save. You will need to refresh the stream to see that change. And now we will go quick teleport to Forgotten Ridge in a personal server. Yeah. Okay, so it's opening the personal server, and then I will send the code in the stream chat. While that loads, let me check some Discord pings and DMs. Let's see. Does streamer mode not let you search for things with mentions of a certain person? That's extremely annoying. Open VCs in the server. Hold on. All right. Maybe. So wait, what do? I go settings, personal server. Yeah. Toggle server code. Whoops. Hold on. Copy it. I didn't mean to regenerate it. Then we go private server code. Forgotten Ridge. I'll let you guys paste it. There we go. And then I will pin that. Okay. Have fun. Okay, so we're starting with Tower of Increasing Stress, which is like Tower of Stress, but it increases. Wait. Oh, it's that. Wait, what? It's not even over here. Okay, hold on. It's over there. I went to the wrong place. See, because I remember Steeple of Huge Pain over there, which is intense, which led me to believe the other intenses were over there, but apparently not, and it's actually over here. Yeah, honestly, I should try to 100% this area too, but there's also a soul crushing, so never mind. I was thinking it was just these 4 I had left, but that would be incorrect because there's Tower of Mind Breaking. Roro Studios, I'm pinging you to remind to check pings. I'm pinging you to remind to look in general, nothing happened. I also got some pings in SM2H Curation group chat, which I will ignore all of. Okay, let's go. Okay, I thought nothing loaded because I'm not used to seeing towers that have, like, mostly empty. Wait, this is a classic tower. That probably means I'm going to fail in all kinds of stupid ways, and there's going to be random difficulty spikes. Oh, well. Yeah, okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to just try to beat as many towers as possible while trying to avoid mind-numbing easy towers in Purgatorio before I got to end the stream. So we're going to say until about 9:30, which is 1 hour plus 6 minutes. I'll go a little bit further if I feel like it. So remember, I do have a tendency to have my runs be in the 40-minute range or longer. So we'll see how I feel. Okay, in order to proceed, you must activate all 3 buttons. Can I hit that with my arm? No, I gotta wrap around like a peasant, or lag high jump. Like a peasant. Don't know if that's a GBJ or what. Let's not find out. Probably isn't. Oh, what is that? Okay, now I gotta go back. Let me just wrap around back over here. Oh yeah, okay. I was looking for skips, but I don't think there are any that are within reason. Okay, I guess I... Ooh, okay. I hit my head there, but it's okay. Okay, that's all the buttons. Now I just backtrack over here. And let me do some fancy ladder flicks. That was not very clean. There we go. Okay, yeah, see? That's why I did that carefully, such that I would fall down there. Because it's classic towers. You should expect nonsense like that. Unfair jumps. Oh, it's so bright. Oh yeah, also my new monitor. The settings are a bit weird, and I can't seem to figure out how to get them. Like, it looks pretty good, but I'm still adjusting settings. So we might see some things such as blue being very painful on the eyes, but it's alright. Whoa, that's close. Okay. Honestly, this isn't that bad of a blue color, but I wouldn't want to be staring at it for like 15 minutes straight. So let's hope I don't loop fill this floor. But it's a classic tower, so that's probably not going to happen. Copy pasted jumps. This is peak gameplay right here. How's the stream, like, viewership? Let's see. Read. Hold on. Roro Studios, what do you feel about Eternal Towers of Energy? Someone should build a tower. What does this say? Hello. Someone should build a tower that's like one of those energy power station things. Am I the only one who thinks those places look so cool? It's basically like... That is what they're called, right? Hold on, let me fact check that. Power station. No, that's not what I mean. No, okay, it is sort of getting that. Power station, I think is what they're called, yeah. Where you got all the... It looks kind of like a bunch of trusses everywhere. And it's like... totally different from normal buildings you see. Those look so cool. Someone should build a tower themed around those. Maybe I'll do that. Also, I gotta build a tower for the April Fool's event. Ooh, FE2 speed climbing. You'll love to see it. I was actually considering doing that in this stream. That's what I was gonna do. Because I don't want to work on the V6 area template in the stream, because I'm gonna do that for the programming lesson thing I'm doing at 10. But, since... Well, Okay. We're at 60 concurrent viewers. We had over 80 earlier. And SM2H development just doesn't get as much viewers as EToH streams. But maybe people would be wanting to watch building a April Fool's Tower. Like, I feel like people would be more likely to watch that and stay than... Whoa. Hold on. Balance that still. What do I do here? Let me go around and then try not to have it spin around erratically. Okay. Anyways, I think people would be more likely to click and stay on a stream building an April Fool's Tower than coding the V6 area template, which, gotta be honest, is probably not gonna be that exciting for the majority of people who have no idea what I'm even talking about. I'm not even close to being done. Whoa! I thought that was a vine, bro. Okay. Was there even any button progress? I don't think so. Well, dang it. Well, okay, there was the ladders, so I didn't have to redo that at least. It's okay. It's a classic tower, so it shouldn't take more than a minute or two to get back up. Grinch reference? Why did I do that tightrope in the stupidest way imaginable? I seriously just did it. I rushed the tightrope and I did it backwards. You just know, you just can't tell what this guy's gonna do. Waiting for Roro Studios at floor 5. You'll need to make your first V6 tower. Well, there's Citadel of Leon Laboratories, so I'm familiar enough with it. Anyway, right, where I was going, I could also do building an April Fool's Tower. Or I could do that tomorrow, or something. Because I kind of like this tower cleanup idea. Because, you know, I haven't beaten a tower in a while. Okay, then we do the FE2 speed climbing. I also have not played Flood Escape 2 in a while, and it's been getting a ton of updates. Maybe I should do a video about that. I have one Flood Escape 2 video on this channel from 2020, and it's like one of my least viewed videos. Now, what is the dog on about? Hold on. Where are we? Okay, hold on. What if EToH was evil? And every tower was built by it near. Hot take. Tower of Inception needs more thin studs. Yes, I'm rage baiting everyone. Okay, but like, are thin studs actually that bad, or do people just not like Tower of Inception? Because I mean, are they really any more precise than like anything else you see in like a Kata tower? I think it's just people have a bad association of thin studs often being spammed and put in bad classic towers such as Tower of Inception. And also I fell again. That's so awesome. Nope, we're not doing that. Alright, next tower. Why are these easy towers genuinely more stressful than the hardest? Because everything has a final outside. And they're also really long. Okay, well, that didn't work. Let's do a slightly more modern tower. Where are we go? They revamped Arcane area. We could go check that out. Let's do that. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do there. Quick teleport to zone... Here it is. Here's a question. Why did Paradise Atoll get moved to zone 3? Because, like, zone 3 is in the sky. So then why do you go back down to the ocean, you know? I mean, I haven't looked at Steel Spire Horizon, so maybe that's better fit for zone 1. Maybe they put in the game thumbnail, and I can see what... I don't even know what it looks like. Don't see anything. Okay. And the task you have to do to unlock it is probably unnecessarily complicated and would take me a good 10 minutes to figure it out, even looking at the wiki. So, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look at the Arcane area revamp because I've already unlocked it. Yeah, this looks very good. Good job, devs. Ooh, like the moon over there. Oh, yeah. There's a black hole thing. That looks cool. Okay, yeah, so I've done like the easier ones. Let's do some. I have to go on a bit of a treasure hunt for it, though. Is it in here? Credits. I see some towers. Is that all? Yeah, that's all of them. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Steeple of Magical Elements. Oh, I think they revamped a couple towers as well. Spend your tickets on Crystal. Oh, yeah, they made it so you can, like, buy that with tickets. Previously, you had to beat the entire... Hold on. Press all 5 buttons in each realm to access the finale. Okay. It's time to go on an adventure. Right, okay, I only remember this because I put it in one of them, Guess the EToH Tower in 5 facts. Because one of the facts was I showed a screenshot of that opening room. And, hold on, I can hit the edge, okay. And that was one of the facts. Like, this is the spawn area of the tower. Wasn't this like one of the first subrealms they added, or maybe the first? I want to say it was, because I think this, like, before they released Forgotten Ridge, most people's first subrealm was Arcane Area, and then was that like the only subrealm? There was like maybe one more in like Ring 8 or something. I don't think there is one in Ring 8 actually, but there's like one in like a later area, and then there was this, and then there were all the events. Whoa. Does it? Okay, it scales on a timer. Okay, so I gotta hold it away from the destroyers. Go, 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 go. Can I make it in time? Can I make it? Nope, I can't. Okay. What was y'all's biggest difficulty jump? No idea. I haven't increased in skill in like 3 years. And I'm trying to fix it with EToH. Oh, apparently it gets heavier also. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Wait, what? It doesn't, like, push itself away from the wall? That's slightly inconvenient for my current objective. Okay, got the button. Let's just get that out of here, because it's in my way now. Before they revamped this, am I the only one who thought this area was, like, there was nothing notable about it? Like, I could maybe tell you, like, one tower in the entire area. Is this another expanding push box? No, it's just a normal push box. There's the button. Now let me just go over here. I'm glad they revamped it though, so. What? I missed the last jump! Yeah. Oh, I keep my button progress at least. But now I have to redo all that. Really? 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 Bro, the button was right there and I missed the last jump. You can't make... Why have I been stuck on this for 3 minutes? Secret area? Hopefully that's nothing important. I see a little flip block. But I don't want to redo a bunch of gameplay. He says while rushing it. Okay, if I fall, because I do have a tendency to do stupid things like that, I'll go check it out. How about that? There we go. Okay, now I guess that's a teleporter. Okay, so green is done. Now let's go to blue. I've now beat 2 new hardest in under 3 hours. Both were extreme plus. Interesting. I don't think I could do that. Because, well, you saw how soul crushing grinds always go for me. Is this a circular button? Ugh. I don't like that. Everything is so bright and saturated, I can't see anything. Okay, I jumped to there. That's like a ladder. You know it's bad when you have to do the ghosting trick to see the platforms. It's not even because they're neon. That was close. What? Hold on. Okay, continuing. Why can't I join? Oh, yeah, because this isn't a personal server. It's kind of too late to do anything about that, though. Right, I gotta get in the habit of, like, joining a personal server when I switch areas in a live stream. Okay. So this is a pretty fast conveyor. So let me go. Launch, button, and teleport. All right, that's blue. Let's go pink. Oh, I can't see anything. Okay, hold on. Let me attempt to... Actually, no. I'm not going to change settings on my monitor because I'm not going to be able to figure out how to change them back. Welcome to the Magic Room, a place full of moving and wobbly platforms. I literally can't see anything. My entire screen is pink. This is not going to be fun. Okay. No, I might actually have to change my monitor settings. But there's no... It's like... It's the saturation, but I don't think there's a setting for that. There are other color correction things, but... Ugh, this is going to be rough. Okay. Okay, so that's a spinning box. Let me wait for the entrance to come back around. What? Did it just spin 4 times and I didn't... Or is it a pentagonal box? No, I think I just miscounted. Ugh, yeah, I cannot see anything unless I ghosted it. Okay, so I go up here. Okay, I can kind of see it. I don't know how it looks on you guys' screen. But it looks horrible on mine. Okay, wait. There's a thing here. And I think I saw a button over there. Is that the final button? I see more stuff, so probably not. Okay, there's a button. Now, what did that activate? It activated stuff over there. Okay, let me make my way back. I missed that jump. That's awesome. Okay, so I have to go around and then jump on there, which I can barely see, as I've said. Okay, wait, so I shouldn't have jumped back down. I should have just gone across the box onto the truss. Oh well. Wasn't much to redo. Well, almost missed that. Okay, now these are spinning. I cannot see them. Okay, look, everything looks like... I'll try to explain what I'm looking at. It looks basically like everything is bright neon, and I can kind of make out... Well, I can make out the studs, sort of, and that's about all I have to go off of where platforms are. But no, looking at it through the frame, this just looks like a neon pink box. Do it in first person is easy on pink challenge. What? Okay, hold on. I need to go across those, and then that, I assume, doesn't fall. That last one. So hold on. If I just aim for the exclamation marks and then aim for the studs here. Okay, now what have I got ahead? Ugh. Okay. Oh, that was close. And jump to the final platform. That is semi-transparent, because it's moving. Okay. Wait, I don't want to get... I hate the music industry. Oh, wait, do I got a wrap on that? Okay. I can't see anything, so I don't know. Okay, so that's a launcher to somewhere I can't see. I don't even see anywhere. Or, wait. No, I do. I say platform. Okay, it's blocked over there. Ugh, okay. Okay, so that spins. Those all spin. Then it looks like there's a platform there. So we're just gonna have to go for it. I can barely see that platform, bro. Okay. There's the button, and there's the teleporter back. So just don't miss one more tightrope, which should be pretty easy. Ugh, okay, I can see again. All right, let's do yellow. Here is the welcome to the electricity realm. Here, obstacles will rely on speed boosters, jump boosters, and other things like that. Whoa. Oh, this one's like one of the wider floors. Okay, so look at the UI on screen. That's the V6 UI. So I wonder if they updated every tower to V6. Some have suggested doing that for my game, but like, have you any idea how horrible that would be? But like, EToH's still accepting V5 towers, so I don't know. I mean, really, that's just a UI change, isn't it? So, Hold on, so I have speed. How fast do these things go? Pretty fast. Oh, but actually not that fast. Oh, okay, there's the button. Now I gotta go back. But yeah, updating to V6, it might be something worth doing. Well, we'll kind of just have to see how it goes. Because currently the V6 area template is for V6, and we're not really thinking too much about having it do things in the V5 areas, i.e. the ones that already exist. But we will need to think about that. We're not do that yet. What? I don't know what my dog wants. Oh, that's low jump. Okay. I thought it was high jump. And I was like, I could just jump over all these wraps. But no, I can't. No button? No, it's teleporter. Okay. Low speed. Huh? You can't make that up. How did I fail that? I failed a walking simulator. What? Okay, hold on. Maybe he wanted to go outside. But he has also been known to want to go outside and then come back in like 30 seconds later. So, we'll see. Dog stream, huh? Yes. Okay. A live chat. How many of you were at 54 concurrent viewers? Which is good. We were up to like 80 earlier, which is like a record high. I got physics, bro. Okay, am I really loop failing a difficult tower? That's terrible. Yeah, see, now the dog wants to come back in. Hold on. Well, I was gonna get him breakfast, but then he just disappeared into the back rooms. So. Where did he go? I got the like scoop of dog food, and then I turn around and he's just gone. Oh, I hear him now. He's walking in the other room. Okay, so that's a low jump. So note that. Okay, so this thing teleports you. Now I have to not fail the walking simulator. It's ice. Okay. That explains why I failed walking simulator. Roro's an alien because of something not from human. You can skip the jump boost remover? I'll have to try that. Hold on. Let me get back there. I'll do it intended, though. Kind of rather do that. Because doing, like, a high-speed section is, honestly, like, where it's not intended, is honestly harder than doing it intended, usually. Unless it's, like, allows for a big skip or something. But it's just harder to control high speed. Like, if you do a bunch of one-studs on normal walk speed, that's pretty easy. But faster, it's a lot harder. Okay, can I stop loop failing difficult towers? Like, come on now. Okay, so I know I need to jump towards the back end, or like end of these. Front end, I guess. Okay, and then jump to there. Wait a second, so it applies the change. Check Discord pings and DMs, because I just happened to think of that. Okay. Okay, now I know this is ice. I have low walk speed, but regular jump power, so I can just, like, hold space, and I'll be fine. Tightrope here. Do these spin? No. Go like that. Am I getting close? It's another teleporter. Okay, back to normal. Okay, here's the last thing. Wrap, and then, alright, now we do the red zone. It is hot in here. Obstacles in this realm are more skill-based than client object-based. Okay. Hope the floor is not insta-kill, because it would be annoying to have not done, to do this last and not first, if that were the case. That wasn't the right direction, was it? It was not. Oh, tightrope. I didn't see that. It's just flush, or not flush, but like right up against the wall, so that's fine. That's probably a kill brick. I might need to dismount this at the right time. No, just keep holding a movement button towards the next platform. Okay, wrap, and we're almost to the end. After another unpredictable conveyor launch, though. Okay, button, there's that, and now I can do the finale. Very nice. Okay, this is it, the finale, good luck. Don't know if I can fall, or if it'll teleport me back, but we'll see. Make sure to approach this pushing platform while standing sideways. Okay. Okay. These are beat blocks. I see. Okay. That's kind of annoying. Let me check chat if I'm able to fall here. Someone beat it yesterday. 20 minutes for that is wild. Yeah. I loop failed on a difficult tower. And also had to keep getting up. Okay. So if I jump like right when it... Okay, there. Right when it's about to change, that seems to work. Much better than what it probably was like before that update. Okay. Because that's a feature of later kit versions, is the little beat block indication like that. You'd have to just like count it before and it would be horrible. There's a button. 70 seconds. Hopefully that's not too tight of a timer. Whoa. Another floor? Isn't, or wait, no, it's like on top. Okay. Complete all 5 challenges and victory shall be yours. And they're outside. That's awesome. Hopefully they're easy enough, though. Nope, we got unpredictable conveyor launches. I believe I can disregard the timer at this point. Okay, there's that first button. Let's just go clockwise, starting with red. Okay, so this is jump increased. I get it. These are themed off what the floor, you know what I'm trying to say, maybe. What is that? That's probably a boost remover. Yes. Okay, this is a increased speed. Ah, that moves faster than I thought. Imagine this is all just netted and I'm stressing out for no reason. Okay, one more jump. There's the button, and there we go. Okay, green. This was the first one I did 20 minutes ago. Ooh, a fancy push box with neon. Well, that one was easy. I just go back now. Okay. Okay, blue. Ugh, the pink one's gonna be awful because I'm not gonna be able to see it. Actually, that's not too bad because it's like dark lighting. Okay, that's neon just for decoration. Okay. Thought that was it's gonna collide false, so I can kind of just ignore it as long as I don't stand on this platform for too long. Okay, now let me be careful not to get physicsed here. There we go. Because it can like do weird things like put you in climbing animation or something. Okay. These are effectively 1 studs. Why did I just do that? Am I stuck now, or do I have to... Ugh, I should... Okay. Okay, there's the button. Now I got one more. Almost done. Or maybe, can I like skip the last one or anything? I don't think so. Okay, wait for the platform to come around. Yeah, okay. This is fine. I can see this perfectly fine. Unlike on the actual floor. Okay. Want to say these are regular platforms, but they might be falling or something. They are not. Okay. Now I can go up here. Well, that was an elevator. Okay, jump up the spinners. These ones are bouncy boys. Is this a tightrope elevator? Whoa. Technically, that means I don't have to stick to it so closely, or like line myself right into, put my cursor on it. Okay, there we go. That is the last thing, so I think that should be the end. Hopefully, we'll see. Did they forget to give this the random material thing? No, that's not the wind pad. Okay. After a long and magical journey, you have reached the end. Well done. I feel like that's going to be some sort of insta-kill or something. So, okay. Nice. That should not have taken me 27 minutes, but oh well. We completed anyway. Alright. Thoughts on Arcane Area revamp? It's good. I mean, it was mostly a lobby revamp, really. They revamped a couple towers, from what I heard. I don't remember which ones, though. But yeah, it looks very nice. Is there like a sky lobby? Probably nowhere that I can find easily, but there probably is. Hold on, what's the next thing I gotta do? Or next thing on the chart? Hold on. Okay. The next thing on there is Soka. Or, I mean, we could do another. Let's do another area. Let me browse my options here. So that one was a fail. Although, do I want to go back to it? Not really. Almost 100% in Ring 2. Got a bunch of stuff in Garden of Ishal. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's go quick teleport, and I'm actually going to remember to do a personal server this time, and I can actually unpin the existing pinned message with the old private server code. Wait, I keep clicking undo on that, thinking that's like the make the thing go away. Okay, well, it took that long to load anyway, and now let's go. Waiting for menu, loading, 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 loading. Any day now. Okay. I don't know why I'd say it's so long. Well, we'll walk over here in the meantime. There we go. Okay, now I can go settings, personal server, generate the code, go Control C, personal server code, Garden of Ishal. How do you spell Ishal? I think it's 2 E's, 1 O. There you go. I don't have the dots on the E, but no, it's fine. Okay. Steeple or Citadel of Biotech Genesis. Is it under construction? Coming soon by someone. By me. Wait, I wasn't supposed to leak that. Just kidding. Okay. I haven't. Right, this was the easiest one I haven't done. Yeah. If this doesn't take me forever, then you don't need to say what area you're in. It'll help people not be confused if I change areas and forget to change the pinned message. Where does this even go? Hold on. I think I go over here. This looks like gameplay. Ouagadougou. Ouagadougou Village, supposedly floor 4. Ouagadougou. The best capital city name of any country. For those of you who don't know, Ouagadougou is the capital of Burkina Faso. I hit a button, so that's probably a good thing. I'm just going to follow you because you seem to know what you're doing. Green cube. Wait, is there stuff over here? A farm that doesn't make sense and a garden, supposedly floor 4. One of these flowers gives a pretty weird feeling. Maybe it could help you progress. This one's sparkling. Whoa. Wait, so I did the thing that says supposedly floor 4, and I hit a button. Then this guy, who I was following, walked away. So I think, did I just complete floor 4 in less than a minute? I'm not used to such breakneck tower completion speeds. What a weird phrase. Breakneck. Seems a bit... what do you have to say? Probably a bunch of reading that I don't feel like doing, so... Right, okay, so this said supposedly floor 2. I guess you just don't have to do the floors in order, which would make sense. Okay, so that's a beat block. Wait for it to appear, and then go for it. There's the button. That's a teleporter, I guess. Okay. Temple ruins, supposedly floor 1. Sounds like a Flood Escape 2 map. Huh. Hold on, that should activate that. And then I think I just jump back onto the spinners. Okay, so this thing goes this way. Then this one goes this way. And then I jump there. The button in floor 4 opened a door in one of the houses. Okay, good to know. I'll look for that after I complete this floor. Okay, there's a button. I think I can jump off now. Okay. Yeah, that did seem suspiciously fast. So did that, like, open one of these? Return the books after you've read them. Good day. I feel like that's somehow important. I see a button in there. Can I squeeze through this? Oh, there's a door. We only serve Coke. Was that all I had to do? Surely not. But, well, we'll see soon enough. Okay. Supposedly floor 3 is... Is that someone's username? Then windmill. It is a windmill. Okay, speed run. Go, 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 go. Hold on. Okay. So much for the speedrun, huh? While we're picking up the speed... Hold on. Unfortunately, one of the village people shattered the windows, so if you're gonna make your way to the next part, you'll have to do this outside in the works. Interesting. You should do why play Steel Spire Horizon when you can play Ring 9, since in the ring select Ring 9 is 2 areas behind Steel Spire Horizon. Kinda? haven't done a why play Zone X when you can play Zone X -2 since Zone 10 released, which was like a year ago. Hold jump on the conveyor so you don't get thrown away. Okay. See a button. Okay. Can I just jump now? Yeah. Okay, so is that everything? I feel like it probably isn't, but this block is gone, so maybe it is. Floating obstacles, floor 5. At least it tells me what floor is what. Get all 5 buttons on the spinner, hold jump, and walk backwards on the spinner. There's 3. There's 4. Is there one more? There's like over here. I don't know. Hold jump and walk towards the wall while also holding A. Easy enough. See, in a modern tower, this same amount of stuff would be considered like a floor, or maybe 2 floors, instead of the entire... See, there's the wind pad. There's no, like, crazy long cutscene or anything. Oh, man, I love classic towers. That's not a classic tower, but older. You know. How long did that take? That take me under 10 minutes. Under 7 minutes. That's not even long enough for mid-rolls. This is the one jump EToH guy. Yes, I am the one who made that video. Is that what I'm known as now? The guy who made that video? Interesting. I'm going to owe that to the better titles and thumbnails I did with the A/B testing. The one that won is I 100%ed this EToH fan game in 10 minutes. Which is, like, on that one, I really tried to come up with, okay, Steeple of Lost Inquisance. I definitely tried to come up with a better 3 titles and thumbnails, as I've done that on every video for, like, a year at least, but, effectively, they were just well, wait. You could do it with thumbnails for a while, then they added the ability to do it with titles as well, like a couple months ago. That's not what I do. But yeah, I've pretty much just made the different titles be just rewordings of the same thing. Whereas, where do I even go? Okay, hold on. Let's just restart. Hold on. Let me find that again. So like I said, the one that won is I 100%ed this fan game in 10 minutes. Some of the other ones, or the other 2 were... Hold on. Bringing it up. EToH, but every tower is a single jump, question mark. The world's shortest towers, question mark. Those were the other 2. And then for EToH, but every tower is a single jump, the thumbnail says, in quotes, Tower of True Skill, with the jump of true skill. Hence, Tower of True Skill. It's like, wait, they're calling Tower of True Skill these 2 jumps? Then the world's shortest towers, question mark, says, this is the entire tower, yes, really, with a screenshot of one of the towers. So you can see that's a lot different from, say, I tried all jumping this horrific tower, which the other titles were... I lost my mind all jumping this horrific tower. Oh, wait, hold on. For the one where I did Tower of the Jawal in EToH Eternal Abyss, I lost my mind all jumping this horrific tower. I spent 2 hours all jumping this horrific tower, and I tried all jumping this horrific tower. It didn't end well. The one that won there was I tried all jumping this horrific tower. It didn't end well. And so, like, those were effectively just rewordings of the same title. And then I tried to do better on that for the EToH one jump thing, and that worked out really well. Then I did that as well for the ticket speedrun, which is my most recent video as of right now. I have how fast can I get 100 tickets in EToH? I tried speedrunning earning tickets in EToH, ... and how easy is it to earn tickets in EToH? With the final one winning, probably mostly due to its thumbnail. Those are pretty similar titles, not exactly the same, but pretty similar. But the thumbnail was definitely a lot different than my normal thumbnails. It says too easy, and then my character is drowning in tickets. That someone suggested I do that. So thank you for that suggestion, because it ended up winning by a lot, actually. It got 42.3% watch time share. when I do that with effectively rewordings of the same title, it's usually close to a 30-30-30 split, or 33-33-33 split. And then I usually just go with the one that's like 1% higher. So, big shocker, when all the titles and thumbnails are almost identical, they'll perform roughly about the same. Okay, how... I just failed that twice in a row because I ran into a tightrope. Because I'm not paying attention. Okay. Enough rambling about test and compare. Or what do they even call it? They call it A/B testing. That's what they renamed it to. Although it's more like ABC testing, but you can also do it as A/B testing. Find 3 buttons to open the door. There's 1. Did I actually press it? There we go. There's 2. There's one of them on the spinner or something. Oh, wait, it's on the wall. Okay. To open what door? I'll just follow the VM guy. Wait, is it on the back? Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. That's probably fading or something. No, it's spinning. Okay. So just spin it and then go on the underside. Why did I do that? Now I'm back to the start. At least keep the button progress, but I could have made it that far in less than 20 seconds. Okay, so we go over here. Nope. I just tried to take a skip. That probably would have worked if I'd have lined it up better, but I didn't think it was a skip, so I didn't think it would line up. I'm failing on a hard tower. You can't make this up. Why am I doing so bad? Okay, you know what? Restart everything and just... This is the run. Okay. No rambling. No skill issue. I don't even know what quiescence means. That counts as rambling, though. Okay. Wait. Button. 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 Now this is open. Go underneath the thingy. Go up. I go over here. There we go. Okay. Now I'm actually playing the game. You jump higher if you jump from circle blocks. Yes, jump pads. Or jump boost pads, whatever they're called. Be careful. If you fall, you lose all your progress. Including button progress, maybe. Probably not, though. That's a button. Whoa. I don't need to go on top of there. This is a bouncy boy. Let me land there. And floor 2 in a minute. A button free this pusher. Or what? A button freeze this pusher. Okay. Couldn't read it. Because there's a foot in the way. And we're back on floor 1 with a little bit of button progress only. Really failing at a hard tower. That is sad. But I have been playing this for like 2 hours straight, so... The game, I mean, not this tower for 2 hours straight. Hey, if you want to see some good playing of this game, go look at around 1 minute, the 1 minute of actually playing Tower of Astral Eclipse like the insane skill player I am, and not just loop failing, which was about the rest of that hour. There's no point in even not resetting at that point. There was no reason that shouldn't have made me jump higher. I don't think I can do this. We're doing a different tower. Roro fails tower 10 billion times. Roaring Night Studios clip farming. Oh, there's a quick teleport? That's nice. I mean, if you... it's clip farming, but does anyone want to go clip that? I wouldn't. because I have better things to edit, but not everyone is in that situation. Okay, obviously playing a harder tower is the solution. So, tower of various vivariums. We get it. You like alliteration. It's a darkness tower, like kind of like Steeple of Guiding Lights is what this reminds me of. That's in Silent Abyss. Ooh, I should do some Silent Abyss stuff. I actually have a decent number of completions in Silent Abyss, unlike most of the sub-realms. Or the newer sub-realms. I have like a collective 2 completions outside of Silent Abyss, Arcane Area, Forgotten Ridge. In sub-realms, I mean. Welcome to the Steeple of Various Vivariums. By the way, trees and flowers are not collectible. Oh, it was just an intro? That probably wasn't even floor 1. Bleh. These blocks remove your ability to move, but not to jump. They are indicated with an outline which matches the color of the floor. Now, do I just get stuck? No, I can move while jumping. Okay, so it's like a 0 range jump boost, but it sets it to 0. Whoa, okay. There's that. It says, do I go on the flower? I feel like not. I don't see other people doing that. Okay, so if I hold space, it's not quite normal, but it's closer to normal. Okay, that is no jump. Hint, turn your camera while in first person to free yourself. I hit the button. I think that's all I had to do. Yeah. Climb up the ladder, and that will give me my jump back. And then what is that? Wait, I don't want to jump in there because that'll remove... Okay, it's not an elevator. It looks like it's an elevator, but it's not. Is there anything worth going to up here? No. I think it's like an invisible wall. Okay, so this thing... Whee! Okay, and button progress. You'll love to see it. How are we on time? 9:23. So yeah, I'll end the stream after I do this tower. Hopefully it doesn't take me 20 minutes. Okay, so that's a no mover. So I gotta go around to the backside. Okay. Do I want to go down? I think I do. Yeah, that's all this activates. Go down. And now I can jump again. I just had an idea for a gameplay. What if you know the like tween duration on jump boosters? What if you like make that tween really, really slowly, such that you like start with normal jump power, but then slowly your jump power goes down? Push the box to the button to pass. Also, don't bother cheesing. What? What do you mean cheesing? How would I cheese this? I'm such a scrupulous EToH player that I don't even know how I would cheese this. Jump into the wormhole. Whee! Whoa! What does vivariums mean? Well, let's see. It has VIV. Like, revive, or other words that have that mean life. So is vivariums like a place where things live? Like aquarium or terrarium, but it's vivarium, so it's like general. That's me using my Greek and Latin roots to determine the meaning of the unknown word. Now let's check my answer. Vivarium definition, of course, is a movie called that. Why wouldn't there be? An enclosure, container, or structure adapted or prepared for keeping animals under semi-natural conditions for observation or study as pets. An aquarium or terrarium. Boom, I was right. Nailed that. Let's introduce a new mechanic, shall we? These blocks have a hole in the middle of them. These are indicated with white outline. What? So does that mean Okay. So, like, I need to make sure I jump to the edge of white outline things. That's a cool mechanic. I actually like this a lot. If you put your mind to it, you can come up with a lot of cool purist mechanics. Can I jump on there? No, I can just walk off. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, I can't jump, right? Yeah. I don't have the... Why don't I have the UI? Is this... Okay. Do I... I'm gonna go down. Use /E dance to reach the button. Which means go settings, gameplay, turn on the utility button, and go dance 2. There we go. And I'll go ahead and turn that off. Okay, so oh wait, no, I don't want to, I can't jump that far. I'm going to have to wait for it to come over here, jump into the gap, and then do that. Okay. Nice. Ugh, it's dark. Wait, go through the middle of that, because it's one of those blocks. Oh, can I go that way? I don't know. I think I go over here. Let me wrap to get around that. Gather the button at the top. Let me up. Oh, did I press it? I didn't press it. I guess I did press it. Okay. Do not fear. A fiery death from the gods awaits. Or do not enter. I was like, what? It's do not enter. I can't read, you know. Okay, I can't dismount that. I tried to dismount it, and then it didn't let me. Alright. Whoa! Huh? Drop down and enter the door. No, the one it said not to enter. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Welcome to the final floor. Let's recap, shall we? Spikes do not collide. Ugh, my back problems are kicking in, even though I've been sitting with good posture. It's probably like insta-kill if I fall or something. Okay, so jump there, and I want to avoid the outline thingies, or the other outline thingies, because those are the no-walk zones, so they basically function the same as if they were just regular parts. Slide across the no-speed pad via the ice, while simultaneously avoiding that, I suppose. Interesting. I like that. Okay, so don't walk into the outline zone. I thought I saw the wind pad. I'm hallucinating. Okay, I'm gonna just do what you did. Yeah. Okay. Skip? Well, not really. Find 3 buttons in this steeple, and you may proceed. There are 2 are on the bottom layer. The last one is on top. That's helpful. And I'm not being sarcastic, actually. There's a button. There's another one up here, perhaps. Hold on. Why are these outlined? They're not the whatever outline was supposed to mean. There's one, like, on the back side of the ladder or something. No. People keep going up here, but I don't see one. Is it behind? I haven't read chat in a while, sorry. If Tower Creator Rescripted comes out this month, it won't. Then Roar XD Studios has to all jump to die. Oh, please no. Actually, I could maybe put up with that. Even though it's not that much easier than Tower of the Jawal from the aforementioned EToH Eternal Abyss video. You know what? We're going to come back to that. Maybe I pressed it and it, like, disappears. There, that one was so... Apparently I pressed it and it, I guess, disappears. I didn't see it. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Let me screenshot that so I don't disconnect in a most inconvenient way. Nice. Now I will look at that screenshot and read what the sign says. I hate clocks. And I beat your under 10 minutes. Very nice. Congratulations, you beat the steeple. Remember, a guardian awaits you. Good luck. Special thanks to a bunch of people. That's nice. Okay. So it's 9:30. I did say I was going to end the stream then. Oh yeah, I got to end it by 10. I've been going for 2.5 hours. And it's not even, it's 9:30. How much time you get in the day when you don't sleep until noon, huh? Why is there a steeple or tower over there? Is that like a... I don't see the temporary label, so it's probably not a temporary tower. Let's go investigate. I could try the other steeple, the one I was loop failing at. Again. Yeah, we'll do that. Hopefully this doesn't take 30 minutes because I haven't got that much time. And I'd like to take a small break before, or after streaming, before doing the next thing. Has he sent me a DM? No. Okay. Ought to keep an eye on that, being 30 minutes from this. Okay. Wait, the other steeple I just did used the same mechanic of find all the buttons in the box. Interesting. How are we on stream viewership? 43 concurrent viewers. We've been like over 40 the whole time. You'll love to see it. Yeah, when I do a stream, and I actually get up early on a Saturday to do a stream, I get a lot of viewership, which is nice. So I really shouldn't... I cannot get up on time for the life of me, usually. I was able to today. Like, okay, school starts at 8:25. I get up at about 7:50. Which means I have to speed run getting ready and then drive to school. And then get there with like 1 minute to spare. Elevator. Okay. Go over here. There we go. Okay. Now I'm making progress, unlike a moment ago. Okay, so I hit a button that frees the pusher. Wait, is there anything on there? No. Maybe that's just decoration. Okay. Get a button this way first. You got it. Stupid jump pads are kind of unpredictable. Hence a fail earlier where it just didn't give me the jump boost. Which is why they're unpredictable. Button. Jump on, it shoots you to where it's pointing. Oh, that almost just flung me off there. Well, okay. It doesn't have anything to do with... I think it means like... Hold on, I'm struggling to think of synonyms. Like nauseous, kinda? Not exactly. Or like being a bit, quote-unquote, out of it. I think that's what it means. Does it have anything to do with the word acquiesce, though? Which means reluctant acceptance. Unlike when I tried to use it in a video and sound smart, and then I realized I was wrong. But acquiescence means reluctant acceptance. That's acquiescence. So what is just regular quiescence? I don't know. A can mean not. But like that seems like a completely different word. But let's see. Quiescent definition. Inactivity or dormancy. As in, this method has been shown to induce sleep-like quiescence in adult animals. Okay, I was kind of right. So, like, lost in sleepiness. Yeah, kind of means sleepiness. Who knew EToH was a great place to learn vocabulary words? And there are more examples of vocabulary words I've learned from playing towers and looking up the names. Be in contact with these to jump higher. Okay, so this thing is a launchy boy. And that's a jumpy boy. How are we on time? You play Tower Creator Towers next stream. Maybe. Probably not. I got punished for doing good habits on X pushers. Really? I might not be so good on time now. But, oh well. At least I keep button progress. It shouldn't be that bad. Another vocabulary word I learned from towers is fastidious. From my own tower, Tower of Fastidious Forensics. Fastidious means meticulous. And despite building that tower, let's see, like 2 years ago, I have not once had the opportunity to use that word. Thus proving how much of a waste of your time it is to learn obscure vocabulary words. And it does not make you sound any smarter because it just inconveniences everyone because then they have to look up what that word means. See, because there's a difference when it's like a word that, like, has no real common synonym, but like, and maybe for a tower, okay, because like the name of a tower is so few words, it can have more meaning to use an obscure vocabulary word. I'll allow it there, because I'm also defending myself in that situation. But like, if you're writing a paper, why does it make you sound? It doesn't make you sound smarter, but people think it does to use obscure vocabulary words. And I guess you should, because people think that, but not me. But like when I read the... Oh, right, yeah, funny history. Okay, I've been meaning to talk about this. Okay, so there was like an online class for them sweet college credits I took in fall 2024. And to be honest, the class wasn't that bad, but it's just so much fun to complain about. Nevertheless, well, yeah, I don't know. But the textbook for that class used so many obscure vocabulary words. It was genuinely so annoying that I just have to look them up and then figure out the more common word it's supposed to mean. Oh yeah, you also want to know something? I've never seen the word fastidious ever, except for in building that tower. So actually, that could be a good word to use. But like I said, I've not had one opportunity that I could use it. So, meh. Okay, try this again. So I need to just go full send on the X pusher. Simply hold W, or I didn't see that. Okay. See, I always go slow on X pushers because if they hit something as opposed to just running out of their prismatic constraint, it will like fling you off sometimes. So you got to go slow, except in that specific situation. Boosters with a triangle take away your jump. Whoa. Wait, I didn't even read that. What? Boosters with a triangle. Okay, so those are jump removers. Got it. Anyway, so like I said, I took this class in November 2024, and at that time, the textbook went up to January 2021. Well, these are triangles, so I can't jump. But then my friend is taking that class now, and the textbook has since been updated up to November 2024. This is a U.S. history class, by the way. I didn't say that. I said it was a history class, but it's U.S. history. The end is nearer, onwards and upwards. So interestingly, the textbook now goes up to the time when I was taking the class, which is interesting. But the textbook is just pure rage bait on the last chapter. It's ridiculous. If I I'll probably get demonetized on account of controversial issues if I try to give examples, but it's just pure rage bait. That's all you need to know. It's insane. Can you play Tower Creators Towers next stream? I already read that. I said maybe. By that I mean, no, sorry. Where do I go? What just happened? I go this way. Okay, yeah, I got flung over here. Okay, so just jump at the right time. Go over here. Don't go that way. Am I close? Is the wind pad nearby? Hey, welcome to my garden. How long is this cutscene? Thanks for closing the door on your way in. Gotta keep the climate out. Speaking of which, how did you get in here? Only people who fall in a trance in attempts to escape the noisy outside world come here. This peaceful and happy place that you call a steeple. Tower of Peaceful Happiness and Tranquility. Oh, you were planning on leaving? I was going to ask you to help me plant these flowers. And stay for a long while. You're not the first to come and go, though. I opened a new path outside for you if, well, you're not interested in these flowers. Me. Bye for now. I hope you had fun getting up here. The untranced flower is not far. That was interesting. Okay. I was just going to get trapped in there forever. Enjoy the view and untrance yourself when you're ready. I'll get a screenshot and then get to the untrance flower as soon as possible so I don't get trapped or, like, disconnect. Nice. Okay. Solic. I did it. Good job. Okay. So if anyone wants a screenshot, let's get a screenshot, like, here. I don't know. Actually, there's better. There's going to be. We'll go to the lobby. There are better screenshot places. There, on the staircase. Yeah, alright, that's going to conclude the stream after 2 hours, 45 minutes. Very successful stream, I would say. Lots of people viewing. We're still over 40. Good progress on Tower of Astral Eclipse. I beat, what, like 4 new towers today? Very nice. Oh, Solic, yeah, nice. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me get a screenshot. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. There will be a stream and or video soon. My next video is on the baseplate project. I made a video on it a while ago, and I made another one, and I'm in the process of editing it now. So yeah, I will see you in the next video or live stream, and have a great day.